In Kent Hughes' short amount of time that he has spent in Montreal, he has had quite the impact here. And so far, my favorite move that he has made is the Blockbuster trade last offseason during draft night, when we sent away Alex Romanov, received the 13th overall pick, and flipped that 13th overall pick for Kirby Dock. Now, I loved it when it happened. I was sad to see Romanov go. And, I think it's kind of working out for every team. I think that the system that the Islanders play, Romanov fits that very well, so that works for them. As for the Chicago Blackhawks, they made the decision to absolutely tear up their team and just go balls deep for a full rebuild and go for Connor Bedard pretty much. So I don't understand it fully when getting rid of Kirby Dock, since he was still a super young player. But hey, I'm not going to complain because we got him and he's doing just fine. As we know, Jeff Gorton, he came from the New York Rangers. He built that team pretty much, and they're turning into one of those super teams. And one of the big moves that turned them into that team is the acquirement of Mika Zibanejad. And Kirby Dock, call me crazy if you want, but it seems almost identical to the Mika Zibanejad move. And I think they're going to turn out to be quite similar players. You could see it in Kirby Dock's development. He's a big, tall player. I don't know, maybe because they're right-handed as well. They look very similar. But they're very good at protecting the puck. They're very good at setting up plays, driving the offense. And I think that's what the move was ultimately for. It's to kind of find that player that could really make an impact on a team. One of those players that just drives the offense. And, they're both centers. So, I don't know. It just seems very identical to me. And I think since it was a success in the Rangers, I ultimately think that that's why this move was created. And you know what? At the beginning of the season, Kirby Dock was a little slow. They put him on the first line, and he started putting up so many assists. They started slowing down a bit, but he's kind of picking it up again. And even if the points aren't amazing, his all-around game has improved tremendously. It has gone way better since the beginning of the season. He's picking up a lot of things that I'm sure the coaching staff is telling him what to do and all that. He's learning to use his body a lot more because he has a very big frame. He's not getting tossed up as much. You saw from the other night, tossed up Cal Clutterbuck or whatever, I think. I didn't watch the game, but I saw that. So that was nice to see. He's starting to shoot a bit more. And we all know that his shooting is a weakness because of his wrist injuries in the past. But like I said, he's working on that as well. But man, oh man, is he turning into a monster. Now, I'm not going to call him Tage Thompson, right? But still, for a team that gave him up so early on in his career because he wasn't that good, he wasn't productive enough, to a guy who just passed his season record in points halfway through the season. His record was 26 points that he made last year. And now he's on a team that isn't necessarily good at all. And he just hit 27 points. And he still has just under 40 games to play. That is very good improvement. I'm sure the change of scenery, the different line mates, the different system, it all has a big impact on that. But I'm telling you, man, it's way more than the points. His overall game is improving so much in just his first half of a season here in Montreal. And I'm really excited to see his future. I think he's going to be a tremendous second center for the Habs. At worst, he's a winger on the second line if we somehow draft a Fantilli or, like an insane top 6 center in this upcoming draft. If that happens, then maybe he's a winger. And I wouldn't care because he's going to be stapled to this top 6. And I just hope he continues to develop. If he turns into 3/4 of a Mika Zibanejad, that trade is an absolute steal. It's already looking more and more like a steal. I know Blackhawks fans don't really want to admit it. They kind of gave up on Kirby Dock way too easily, and they think their 13th overall pick is going to be better. Who knows? Time will tell. We'll see in 5 or 10 years. But for now, I'm ecstatic with this trade. One of my favorites for sure in a very long time. And I just know it's going to benefit the Habs for a very long time. Anyways, guys, that is going to be all for today's video. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite Kent Hughes and Jeff Gorton trade is or move. Any of that good stuff. Let me know if you're a Kirby Dock fan. If you're not impressed with him, if you aren't, then you probably are on the RDS panel. Let's be honest here. We should all be impressed. He's doing just fine for a 21, 22-year-old kid. Great stuff from him. Anyways, guys, like I said, that is going to be all. So if you did enjoy, don't be afraid to like, comment, and subscribe. And with that being said, I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.